All right, Shalom on another open forum.
Shalom.
GMS, nothing. Stop and listen. GMS, get your mind right. GMS on the go. Collaboration through the Spirit of YAHAWAH. Start giving all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son.
YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, YAHASHI.
Next double honor to the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone, the ones that taught us the 100% truth according to the Bible. Peace, blessings, and safety to all you sincere icons. Keep pushing, keep believing, keep the faith regardless of people here for a bit. With the preacher, Kyle, take it over. Here you go, bro.
Done. Hey, all praises, honor, and glory be to the Heavenly Father and Son, YAHAWASHI. We just doing a little open forum, man. You know, pushing the truth through the Spirit and power of YAHAWASHI. Like I always say, man, I always kind of try to do videos of what I'm reading or things I just see. And we've been moving around, going around the city, taking care of a little business today. And I noticed, man, when you in these cities, man, you notice what you see. You see a lot of these Masonic symbols on cars, and you see a lot of Eastern Star symbols. And more than that, you see these fraternity and sorority symbols, man, AKA Alpha, Q-Dog. You see this on, like, if you go by 10 cars, I guarantee you 4 of them will have one of these symbols on it. At least 4 out of 10. But see, our people are into this madness, man. Right? And they don't know that this is Greek idolatry, man.
Right. Because
what do they call themselves when they join these fraternities and sororities? We Greeks. The Greeks are the Edomites, man.
Right.
Civilization started with the Greeks, meaning what? It started with Esau's rulership. Our history goes further back than being a Greek, man. We are the Hebrew Israelites from what? The land of Israel. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. So for you to call yourself a Greek, you're going against your nationality, man. Right? Give me
I got a quick precept.
Go ahead.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Least Satan should get an advantage over us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
We are not ignorant of his devices, man. And when you go to these colleges, when you go take your first semester, right? As soon as you get in college, you'll be in there like 2 or 3 weeks, and then somebody will approach you about joining a fraternity or a sorority. And they will tell you the benefits of it, but they're not going to tell you the cons of it. They always tell you the pros of it. Hey, if you join this fraternity, we look out for each other. We'll make sure you have a good job when you get out of here. But you got to remember the stuff that they're going to make you do to downgrade yourself before you even become that Greek, what you call a Greek, man.
Right.
We wasn't put here to run after you other nations, man. If y'all give me Jeremiah 10 and 1 and Jeremiah 17 and 4.
Yep. Jeremiah chapter.
But see, then they don't tell you the truth of the matter is, in order to reach the upper echelon, when you pledge and become that Q-Dog or that Kappa or that Sigma, they don't tell you in order to reach the upper echelon, you got to make sacrifices, whether it's a sexual magic sacrifice or you got to worship Satan. Either way it goes, you still worship Satan, but they don't tell you that. They just tell you that, yeah, you join this fraternity, you're going to be set for life. It's a brotherhood that you can't break, and we're forever brothers. But they don't tell you, they done took one in the butt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They don't tell you that they had to kill their relatives to get this Fortune 500 company. You know? Go ahead, bro.
Right, bro. They only tell you the so-called good side of things.
Yeah.
They don't tell you the dark side of things, the backroom deals that you got to sign to get what you got to get. Because going right back to not Jeremiah, but what is it? Job 9 and 24. The earth was given into the hands of the wicked. So the only way you're going to really make it on this side as a Hebrew Israelite is if you do wicked acts, man. So this is Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord YAHAWASHI speaketh unto you, O house of Israel.
It says Israel. Hey, he's specifically talking to Israel. So, hey, let them Edomites be in them sororities and fraternities, man. Don't worry about that, man.
Right.
Like the scriptures say, you got to fret not at that, man. You can't be envious of the prosperity of the wicked, man.
Right.
It tells you that in Psalm the 37th chapter. You can't be mad at their prosperity.
That's
Because,
right.
like the brother just said, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. They supposed to prosper while they in their rulership.
Mm-hmm.
So don't be fretting at them being Greeks or whatever. Hey, the Lord told you in Exodus 20 chapter, there shall not serve no other God but for me.
That's right.
And when you're in those fraternities and sororities, you're serving other gods, man.
Right.
You know, go ahead.
It says, thus saith the Lord, Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 2. Thus saith the Lord, YAHAWASHI, learn not the way of the heathen.
It said, learn not the way of the heathen. Now you go into the word learn, right? It's a Hebrew, lamad, meaning to learn, to teach, exercise in. So you can't partake in that, man. To be taught. You're being taught what? Heathenish fashion, man. You're not being taught nothing of the Heavenly Father's covenant, nothing of who his son is, nothing of having faith. You're being taught straight Edomite practices, man.
Right.
And practices of Satan, man. Like the brother said, the things that you got to do to join that, man. A lot of times when girls to join sororities, they got to sleep with the whole football team.
Yep.
You know, or if it's one of them sororities where they heavily predominantly have lesbians, you got to lay down with all the girls.
Right.
You know, Q-Dogs, I'm going to tell you, what they'll do to you, man, they'll beat the shit out of you.
Right.
You know, with a boat paddle. Like, your ass be fucked up when you leave one of they little sessions, man. You know what I mean? So, hey, man, it don't take the cons, man. And then on top of that, you got to send money to the organization every month.
Yeah.
When you get paid, because they're going to help you get a good job. Now, but you got to send 15% of your check every week for the rest of your life to the fraternity. That's how this shit goes, man.
Right.
Ain't nothing in there about worshiping YAHAWASHI, man.
That's right.
You know, go ahead.
It says, thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. Go ahead.
Like you mentioned, bro. You know what I'm saying? They make you practice homosexual acts. That's one of the customs of the heathens. They make you sacrifice somebody.
Done.
A burnt offering, right?
Especially when you join that Masonic shit.
Yeah. Make you take them oaths. When the scripture tell us, make no covenant with the heathens, man. And practice none of their ways. But our people all into it. Like you said, Greek fraternity, you see it all on the arms and all that.
Yup.
It says, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
So they be not amazed, man, at the signs of heaven, man. Basically saying be not amazed. You have people are amazed when the Q-Dogs come do their little line dance, when they have those little step shows.
Yeah.
People are at awe at that shit.
Right.
They take their kids to that shit. And then the kids grow up, I want to be an alpha.
Yeah.
Or I want to be a A5A or whatever
Right.
that shit is.
Kappa,
I want to be a
Kappa Phi
yeah,
Sigma.
I want to be a Delta and all this shit. You know, not knowing you selling your soul, man.
Right.
To Esau, man.
Because when they had them step shows, they called them the end of the world Greek shows.
Gun.
And all that, how you see that spirit that it puts on our people though, you see how they be acting though? Like the Q-Dogs be acting like dogs and all that. And they be doing all this damn stumping and all that, yo. And then the girls be doing all that, damn, the Q-girls, the Q-Dog girls.
But you know what that goes back to? That goes back to when the Esau and them had us on the slave ships.
Right.
They used to make us perform for them on the decks of the ship
Right.
on the way over here. They had to have some excitement.
Yeah.
Because Jacob was already mad that they were being brought in slavery. Esau, they knocked all their teeth out to feed them. They trying to starve themselves. To see what they would do, they would make these motherfuckers dance, man.
Right.
And that's what that go back to, man.
Oh yeah, they required of us a song.
You know?
Yep.
Jeremiah 17:4.
It's some more to this.
Go ahead.
It says, for the heathen, for the heathens are dismayed at it. For the customs of the heathen are vain.
Their customs are vain. They're worthless, man.
The customs of the people,
The customs of the people, man.
Yeah.
Calling yourself a Greek, that's vain, man. That has nothing to do with the salvation of Israel, right? And us waking up our people to the fact that they're Israelites. You don't even want to be an Israelite. Basically, when you read me Jeremiah 17:4,
Fine. And then the thing about it, like a lot of their hand gestures are the same as Masonic and gang signs, like the Kappas. They're the same sign as blood gang members' hand signs, and also
666.
yep, go back to 666.
Yep.
You know, then their colors used to be red, now it's pink and green, and that was the females' colors, pink and green. Now you got men that call themselves supposed to be masculine, they wearing pink and green.
Putting that feminine vibration.
There you
on.
go.
Okay.
This is Jeremiah 17:4. And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage.
See, now, right there, discontinue is to release, is shamat, to release, to let drop, or to loose, right? To fall down, or to throw down, or to let drop. So you basically, when they say you discontinue from your heritage, you're dropping your heritage.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to know, you don't want to learn anything about being an Israelite. So therefore, you're not even gonna. But you know, it's funny. Them same people call y'all self Greeks. Y'all run the church every Sunday, and you had a Bible under your arm and shit.
Right.
That Bible has when it talks about the Greeks, it's talking about being a Israelite who basically them Greeks being Antiochus, them who killed you for practicing your heritage, man. They made you become Gentiles. So when you become a Greek, calling yourself a Greek, you're being further pushing the Gentile agenda. If I'm saying that right.
Yeah.
You know.
I got a precept to back you up right quick. This first Maccabees chapter 1, I'm gonna start at verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
It said, and after his death, talking about Alexander,
Mm-hmm.
they all put crowns upon themselves.
Mm-hmm. That was the 4 kings. Go ahead.
So did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth.
So when they took over, evils were multiplied in the earth. And this is what they were Greeks, man. Alexander was a Grecian, man.
Yep.
Right? So for you to call yourself, I'm a Greek, you're saying, look, I follow Alexander. I follow the ways of what? So-called white people, man. Edomites, man. You're following the customs and the ways, man. Go ahead.
And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes,
Mm-hmm.
son of Antiochus the king,
Mm-hmm.
who had been in a hostage at Rome, and he reigned in 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks.
Of the Greeks. Mm-hmm.
And in those days went there out of Israel wicked men
Mm-hmm.
who persuaded many.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, join this fraternity.
Join
Kappa
this
Alpha
fraternity.
Psi.
Yeah.
Sigma Theta or Delta Sigma
Yeah.
Theta.
You got to put your sales pitch in.
Yep.
Why we better than the rest.
Yep.
But yet y'all all Israelites,
Omega Psi Phi.
you know. And they do that within these Israelite camps.
Yep.
They be like, join us, GMS be trying to do little girls.
They rape.
All that shit, man. GMS, we just push the truth, man. And the Lord
Right.
gonna bring who we want to GMS. They
Yeah,
do that
right.
within the Israelite sect. And they do it within, hey, come be a Greek, join Omega. We gonna do this, we gonna do that.
Yep.
You know, and it's a divide within all y'all anyway. Because when a brother have a 4.0 grade point average, you automatically know he gonna be an alpha. He's not gonna be a Q dog. He gonna join the alphas. But see, that's a divide between y'all. Just like in y'all black churches, man. Y'all, it's a divide, man. Y'all are divided amongst yourselves, man.
And then you niggas is no different from a street gang, because what happened? A lot of times at these Greek shows, what happened? Y'all get to fighting.
Yep.
The Sigma's fighting the Kappas, or the
Yep.
Kappas fighting the Q dog.
That's right.
Y'all no different than a game, man.
That's all they are.
You see
Worse
what I'm
or
saying?
two.
Yeah, I done seen Greek fights, man. You mad because a Sigma done came to a Kappa party.
Right.
But y'all supposed to be brothers, you know what I'm saying? You're all Israelites, but then and you still divided with this red and blue, just like in the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It says, in those days when they're out of Israel, wicked men, who persuaded many, saying, let us go, make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us, for since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow.
Hey.
So the only way you feel like you make it in life is you go to this college and join this fraternity that'll pay your way for education given to you by your slave master, by Esau. See what I'm saying? That's crazy, man.
And then you have them, what they do when they join, right? You got to go through all the trials,
Yep.
the little bullshit.
The
What
hazing.
happens when you after you join? What's the next phase? Right? You got to lay down and let the motherfuckers brand your ass
Yep.
with a hot iron with a
Yep.
symbol on it.
Yep.
Which I'm gonna read it where they go back to. This is Exodus 21:2, and I'm gonna read on down.
Come.
If thou buy a Hebrew servant 6 years, he shall serve in the 7th, and he shall go out free for nothing. If he came in by himself, he shall go out by himself. If he were married, then his wife shall go out with him. If his master have given him a wife, and she have borne him sons or daughters, the wife and the children shall be her master, and he shall go out by himself. So if the
Right.
master give you a wife,
Right.
damn, you can't take your wife with. That's
Know what I'm
cold,
saying?
man.
Yep.
You know, it's like he finna jack,
Cold.
he finna jack your whole heritage, man.
Right.
And that's what he do when y'all become Greeks. He's jacking you from your, like the scripture said, discontinue from your heritage. I don't even think we finished it, but
Nope,
we
we
go
got
right back into
Yeah,
it.
I still got it.
It says, verse 5, and the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, my wife, and my children. I will not go out free. Then his master shall bring unto the judges, he shall also bring him to the door or unto the doorpost, and his master shall bore his ear through with an awl, that he may serve him forever, man. And that awl means born, a born instrument. You're getting branded, man.
Yep.
And that's what you see when you see the Q dogs. You see the horseshoe,
Yeah.
the double horseshoe, right? And it's weird. You see them. They have their own little brands, man.
Yep.
Yep.
And you actually getting branded, man, with a hot iron,
That
bro.
should be all swollen, arm and
Yeah.
shit, like it's about to puss out.
And what the Lord say, don't make no cuttings in your flesh.
Yeah.
Right.
For the dead,
For the
you know what I'm
dead,
saying?
man. Think about it. When you making cuttings for your flesh, when you call yourself a Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity, you're worshiping the Sphinx god. In Phi Beta Sigma, you're worshiping the Falcon.
Now you said the Sphinx.
Sphinx god.
That goes back to
Man.
Egypt.
Yep.
Yeah, this all goes back to Egypt.
Huh.
And it says a Phi Beta Sigma, right? You're worshiping the Falcon. The Sigma Gamma Rho, you worship the goddess of Mot,
Wow.
right? And the Zeta Phi Beta, I forgot the one they worship, but the Alpha Kappa Alpha, the sorority, you worshiping the goddess Quatesh. The Delta Sigma Theta, you're worshiping Minerva, right? The Kappa Alpha Psi, you're worshiping the goddess of Thor, that bird-looking one with the long nose.
Yep.
And Omega,
Yeah.
you're worshiping the dog of Anus dog, man. So all that goes back to Egypt, man. The ancient customs of Egypt,
Yep.
Right.
right? You know.
But then they say they love the Lord, though, bro.
and they say they love the Lord,
And
man.
if loving the Lord is wrong, then they don't want to be right, right? And all of them still go to church every Sunday, man. That's who be packing them church houses, man.
But
Exactly.
what they think in their mind is not what they're actually doing. They
Right.
they think they're actually worshiping God. Some of them know they're not worshiping God. They know they're
Right.
worshiping Satan. But some of them think that they're worshiping God when they say, "I love God." But no, you're really worshiping Satan.
Right.
You done made an oath with Satan,
That's right.
Yeah.
and not really knowing that you made an oath with Satan. Because a lot of y'all are ignorant in these fraternities and sororities.
Mm-hmm.
What you got there?
I got 2 precepts right quick.
Let him finish that Jeremiah
Yeah.
Baba Kushah.
The Jeremiah 10.
No,
Yeah,
I got it.
Jeremiah
17 and
Oh, yeah.
4.
Yep.
Jeremiah 17:4 says, "And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not."
That's here in America, right? You don't know when you're in that fraternity, you're serving Esau, man.
Right.
Yep.
You know? Go ahead.
"For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever."
So the Lord don't like y'all for that, man.
Right.
Y'all, the Lord is angry at all you people who are joining these fraternities, man, and sororities, man.
That's right.
And I'm gonna tell you, man, hey, if y'all listen to this video for the first time, hey, if you part of that sorority fraternity, hey, it's what it is. And if you somebody who in that know me, because I know a lot of people in it, and you hearing this video and you be like, you know it's me saying it, hey, it's fine and dandy, because the Lord gonna make you pay, man.
That's right.
Right.
You know?
Verse,
That's what it is, man.
verse 5, Jeremiah 17:5. "Thus saith the Lord, YAHAWASHI, cursed be the man that trusteth in man and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departed from the Lord."
See, and your heart departs from the Lord when you do that, because, hey, for one, you ain't supposed to join that,
Right.
right? Because that's the ways of the heathen. You're not supposed to put no brands on you. You're not supposed to brand yourself. So therefore, hey, man, you learn the ways of other gods, man.
Right.
You know. Go ahead, what you got, bro?
This is,
Because they basically trusting in man anyway.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, when you go through your little when you
Little
go through your little
rituals and
trials and your
stuff.
rituals, you trusting in a man. You know? Because, like, I know one, like when y'all Masons, I know how y'all do. Y'all go out there, when y'all going for y'all nice position. You go out there in them woods and shit, and you be blindfolded, right? And you get your ass beat all night.
Right.
Motherfuckers be jumping on you. You can't pull your blindfold off and see you whooping on you.
Right.
You know, and then y'all talking about that go back to the trial, the tribulation that Jesus had to go through. Man, Lord gonna kill you niggas, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
I know. When I was in the Masonic Lodge, when I first got initiated, they had us wear white and black, which is Illuminati colors. We had a white T-shirt with black pants and black shoes. All right. Then they blindfolded us. They put us in this room. We were blindfolded, and then they made us grab each other's shirt by the shoulder, as like forming a chain, saying there was a brotherhood, and we could not let it break or be broken. Then they led us through this room, hitting us, tripping us. That's what the initiation they call riding the goat, which riding the goat goes back to what? Baphomet. Then we had to bow down before an altar and make this oath. And I remember the oath. They said, forever conceal, never reveal. Part of the oath was never, forever conceal and never reveal, but they break their own oath because what you see Masons with the compass and T-square on a jacket, rings, necklaces. If it's a secret society, then why you supposed, on their license plate, then why is you showing this? See what I'm saying?
Right.
Then you got other Masons that are challenging Mason to try and take his light, which is his ring. If he wants your ring, he'll challenge you. If you ain't up on your knowledge and on your square, he got the right to take that.
Dang.
So how is that a brotherhood, or how is that anything secret when it's all a bunch of lies, man? You're really selling your soul to Satan.
Right.
So why do YAHAWASHI, he closed my lodge down. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I was part of the lodge Golden Gate 357 here in Little Rock. You know what I'm saying? Under they called him Brother Haygood. You know what I'm saying? So, and the Lord shut that lodge down. I only made it to my 3rd degree.
Hey,
the Lord kept me from that, man.
Matthew 26 and 72 says, and again he denied with an oath, I do not know that man. So you denying YAHAWASHI outside with an oath, joining these fraternities and these different sororities and fraternities and lodges, man. You're denying YAHAWASHI outside. He said, if you deny me with an oath, man, then he gonna deny you. So hey,
That's
man,
right.
it's gonna be death up to you, man.
But then they'll lie and say it's about the Bible. It goes back to the Masons of King Solomon's temple.
Yeah.
But yet they're at the altar where they make you make this oath. They had a compass and T-square, which goes back to the what you call it, the generative principles, of life. Going back to what's the name, womb.
I know what you're
Damn, I forgot what they call it.
That's
The
what
coochie.
Yeah, that's what the G look like. It looks like a man and a woman. Like when you look at it.
Yep. It's all sexual magic, man. And the higher you get, the more you sell your soul. Until when you get to like the 32nd and 33rd degree, that's when you get into sexual magic. You got a lot of niggas running around, I'm a 30 dudes Mason. Nigga, you a lie.
Right.
You can't be a 30 dudes Mason in 2 years or 3 years.
Yeah.
It take you many years to become a 30 dudes Mason, and then you got to sell your soul and have sexual magic, man.
Yep.
Go ahead, bro.
This is St. Matthew's, going right into what y'all just called. St. Matthew chapter 10, I started 32. Whoso therefore shall confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father which is in heaven.
Kind.
We're going to confess Yahawah,
Right.
Hashem, Yahawah.
That's right.
That's what we confess before men, man.
That's right.
You know? Go ahead.
But whoso shall deny me before men, because that's the scripture you just read, right? They made a covenant with the heathen saying, I don't know you. YAHAWASHI. But whoso shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven.
That's right. That's right.
And you already know what it is when the Lord comes through with the multitude of angels, man. Look, you deny YAHAWASHI before men, you're going to be denied, man, in your darkest hour.
That's right.
So
why do YAHAWASHI for his mercy, man?
Yep.
Because I didn't know no better. I thought I was doing something righteous, you know, dealing with brotherhood and unity in the Bible, and I thought I was doing something righteous.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then we had the little lambskin apron and shit, man. You know, then we had our book of knowledge, and Man, that was all witchcraft, man.
Yep. But look, because at the time you was ignorant of Satan's devices.
Yep.
But now we ain't ignorant of Satan's devices. He come with all kind of trick and trickeries.
That's
You know?
right.
This is Exodus chapter 23, verse 2. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil.
Kind.
But just because your friend do it, that don't mean it's right.
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 You know, we in the truth, we didn't follow nobody else to do it. When you hear every brother's testimony, man, the Lord came to that brother when he was by himself,
Right.
either watching on the YouTube or something else. You know,
Sure.
that's how you come. That's how the YAHAWASHI bring a brother in the truth. It's
Right.
always you somewhere by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yep.
your testimony, brother. You listen to that brother's testimonies, man. He didn't say, well, you know what? I saw all these dudes finna go read the Bible on the street, so I said, fuck it, I'm gonna go read it. No,
Right.
it's never like that.
Right.
It's always when stuff going bad, you might call, you might say, Lord, please help me, man. You know, okay, he was already one of my elects, so I'm gonna turn that light on for him.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now you on YouTube and you see a video.
Right.
That's how it always happens with most brothers with their testimonies, man. They don't follow no multitude, do no evil, man.
Right.
You know?
And that's when the Lord can use you, when you at your lowest.
Yep.
When you at the bottom, you can't go no lower than the bottom. You know what I'm saying? The only way you go is up. And that's when the Lord like, okay, now he's ready.
That's right.
You know? Because when you're doing good, you don't think about the Lord.
Right.
You know? Go ahead,
Psalm
bro.
83, brother.
It says,
I got it. Psalm
neither
83.
neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to wrestle judgment. And that's what our people do, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to hearing the words of YAHAWASHI, they speak evil of it, man. The scriptures tell you not to follow a multitude to do evil, right? But then our people hear that and they're like, yo, they wrestle with the judgments of YAHAWASHI. You know, they rebel, they constantly go against what YAHAWASHI got to say to us. And what I'm doing is a good thing. And I just got one more precept right quick, bro, before you bring that out. This is St. Matthew chapter 7, it's like your 6, verse 24. No man can serve two masters. Anybody want to go in on it?
Yeah, you can't serve two masters. You can't be a Greek. You can't be an Alpha Kappa Alpha, a Blood, a Crip, a Mason, or a so-called pimp or drug dealer and call yourself trying to serve the Lord.
Right.
The Lord know my heart. I'm out here trying to get this work and get this money.
Right.
Feed my family, but you're doing it in witchcraft.
Right.
You can't serve two masters. Either you're going to serve YAHAWASHI or you're going to serve Satan.
That's right.
There's no gray area, man. Go ahead.
It says, for either he will hate the one
Yep.
and love the other.
And 9 times out of 10, what a nigga hate? He hate the Lord and love Satan, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? He don't want to give up what he's getting in the world for the Lord.
That's right.
Don't nobody want to suffer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we suffering for what? Righteousness. Because
That's
why?
right.
We know we got a greater reward laid in store for us, and that's the kingdom of heaven. See what I'm saying?
Love not the world, nor the things that's in the world.
Fine.
If any man love the world, the love of the Father ain't in him, man.
Right.
It says, will you finish speaking, bro?
Yeah, go ahead.
It says, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other.
So when we tell you to follow YAHAWASHI, you can't eat pork, you can't commit adultery, you can't smoke weed, can't go to these churches. Oh no, that's too much, man. I can't do that, man. I'd rather be out here in the world. So you can smoke blunts, commit adultery, sell drugs, gang bang, join these fraternities, Mason lodges, whatever. Live in your wickedness, be comfortable with wickedness instead of serving the Lord.
Right.
And you fail to realize it's harder serving Satan than it is the Lord.
That's right.
Because when you serve Satan, you got to watch your back 24/7, man. See what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro.
Look, going right back into Nipsey Hussle and all them, and them other rappers that's biting the dust, they made an oath and agreement with Esau.
That's right.
And now look, man, the penalty is your life, man. First, YAHAWASHI said, my yoke is easy.
Yep.
Serving Esau, man, look, he really on your back. When he make that call, you got to go make that move for him, man. So look, you got 2 plane tickets at the airport. Somebody's waiting on you. You got to make a trip down London. Somebody's waiting on you. Yeah, one of them higher uppers. You know what I'm saying? Want to lay with you right quick. It says, you cannot serve Yahweh and Mammon.
Right. Can't serve the Lord and money. Go ahead, big bro.
It's Psalms 83 and then Joel 3 and 6, and we just
Yep.
Psalms 83 and start at 1.
3.
83 and 3. Psalm 83 and 3 said, they have taken crafty counsel against our people and consulted against our hidden ones.
Who was that? That's Esau now, man. The Greeks, man, the real Grecians. They taking a crafty counsel. They always making plans against you, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans.
Right, con.
You know, they always coming up with plans to keep you in that low state, man. Go ahead.
It says, they have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
So them trying to persuade you into being a Greek is a covering for your real identity.
That's right.
Of being an Israelite. Because once you say you're a Greek, you're denouncing, you're cutting loose, you're discontinuing yourself from being an Israelite. Man.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know, just like our people be pushing that Egypt shit.
That's right.
You know, we just went in a shop today looking for some oils, man, and ran into a shop where dude got unks. Everybody walking in there with unks.
Right.
It was a whole Egyptian vibe in there. Man.
Yep. And you can feel it too.
Yeah, you can feel it. So it was like, hey, you know, we take out of what we get out of it. We got some oil, got a tea, but like, I don't want none of your books. I don't want none of that other stuff.
Right.
It's what it is, man. Jacob blind, man.
I don't need you to teach me nothing.
You know
But then he talking about something. Yeah, you need to go back to your motherland, your
Right.
homeland. Like, yeah, we waiting to go back to Israel. No, you need to go back to your motherland. No, yeah, we waiting to go back to Israel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We kept saying it, but then he wanted to ignore it, so we ignored him.
Right.
We
Exactly.
switched the subject. Hey, what's this right here? What's that right there? We ain't trying to hear all that Egyptology, man. Cause see,
Right.
what you niggas fail to realize, these same people that you worshiping are trying to lift up their religion, this Egyptology, these the same ones that made you serve with rigor, meaning work your ass to death.
They're Egyptians, right?
They the same ones that killed you and had you in slavery. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro. That's
Oh, you say you want a Joel?
Okay.
I got that Joel. But yeah.
Plug this in right quick.
Oh,
Low.
yeah. I forgot to plug this in from the beginning.
So yeah, man. So we when you read Exodus 11 and 7,
Exodus 11 and 7.
Con,
Oh, I can't even see.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna bring the phone over there. So lock it, bro.
is it still on?
Yeah, it's still on.
Okay, this is Exodus 11 and 7. But against any of the children of Israel, YAHAWAH, shall not a dog move his tongue, right? Against any man or beast, that ye may know that the Lord YAHAWASHI does put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. So there is a difference between us, man. So Jake and them keep wanting to be Egyptians. Guess what? Man, when the Lord come through and kill you, shit, you can't say he could put you. He could have you being an Egyptian when you come back, since you want to be an Egyptian so damn bad.
Yep.
Because the scriptures say, hey, that they gonna be put in slavery, man. These nations gonna serve us, man. So why you want to be a part of a nation that's gonna be in slavery when you're already enslaved? But that's Isaiah 6 all day and 9, man. That's a beautiful scripture. Man, the Lord blinded you people, man.
Right.
You know?
Oh yeah, and Romans 11 and 7.
God.
What then Israel have not obtained that which they seek it for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded.
Right.
And that's that truth, man. And they haven't obtained the real truth. That's why they're going to be Greeks, man. Because they want to feel accepted. They want to think they want to be a part of something.
That's what it's all about.
You know, when you come into the truth, man, you're separated from the world.
Right.
The cares of the world, when you read in Luke 21, it's over. We ain't believing in all that.
That's
no more.
right.
You know, being an Israelite, it seems to be boring
Right.
to the people. No, man, this is the way to that true life. You know, this is the way to that eternal life, man. And we're gonna strive for this, man, up until death, like you said, Second Ezra.
Right.
I think the first Ezra, the 4th chapter. Yeah. Striving to this truth until death, man.
That's a rock. Yeah, that's a rock 4 and 28.
Yeah.
That's my favorite script.
Rock 4 and 28, con. So, hey, Joel 6, man.
Joel 6?
Yeah.
Bring your light over here, bro. Wow. Oh yeah, you can hold it right there. No, not Bob. You had something?
No.
This is Joel chapter 6.
Joel 3 and 6.
Oh yeah, 3 and 6. I like it. Joel chapter 3, verse 6. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have you sold into the Grecians.
See, you sold into the Grecians. So you selling your soul into the Grecians when you what? When you call yourself, I'm gonna join a fraternity or a sorority, man. You know, Esau already put you on slave ships, man, and made you dance. And now you have those, like the brother said, it's end of the world step shows. That's that going back to you dancing on the ships. Go ahead.
Yep.
It says, and sold you into the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border.
That you remove them far from their borders, man. So Jake and them don't know who they are, man. You've been branded, man.
Yep.
You've been branded physically and mentally.
Yep.
Right? You have been branded physically and mentally. You have ownership. Esau has total ownership. He was like, I had him branded, man.
That's
they
right.
go all the way back to that, man. Physically and mentally. Right? And just get Hosea 4:6 and we can end it on that. Baba Bashar.
Yep.
You know, like I said, man, when you go into that Greek stuff, man, you're basically covering your identity of an Israelite, man. You fraternities and you sororities, man.
That ain't no good. Shine your light on
You know,
all the time, bro.
y'all be like, well, you know, I got a good job because I'm in this, but hey, you sold your soul, man. You know, there's plenty of ways of selling your soul in Esau's kingdom.
That's right.
You know, and that being one way, man.
This is Hosea chapter 4.
Done.
Hosea chapter 4, verse 6.
Done.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
The Lord said, my people, the Israelites, y'all are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, man. You same people in the sororities, guess what? You still ain't beating high blood pressure and diabetes and heart murmuring and migraine headaches and what's that other shit you get in your foot, the gout. Y'all still have health problems.
Yep.
Right? Because the Most High is messing you up, man.
That's right.
You done sold your soul, man. The Most High gonna continue to put these curses and these ailments, man, these plagues, man, on you. These pests, they're gonna hit you hard. Go ahead.
That's right.
But it's beautiful how the Lord put them in a trick bag, because they join these fraternities and sororities thinking they're getting a top-notch education, but they're still destroyed from the true knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, which is the Bible.
Right. That's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Beautiful. It says they destroy for lack of knowledge.
Yep.
The knowledge that they're supposed to have, they don't want it. The knowledge that they don't supposed to have, they into it.
Yep.
So they destroy it, right? Well, look, when this knowledge that we got is going to keep you stable, knowing how to do the Greek moves and the Q-dog stumps and all that, like that's going to help you out when all hell break loose. You know what I'm saying? And them Gregor troops putting their foot in your ass sideways,
Jacob's
like Q-dog and all this other stuff is going to get you out of harm's way. Nah, it ain't, man. It says, I also will reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power.
You forgot the law of your power, joining unto the Greeks. That go back to Antiochus, man.
Yep.
Right? And then he start killing you for worshiping your God and following your laws, man. And them same spirits is back. That's why it didn't take you, you didn't rebel against being a Greek.
Right.
You went on and followed into it, because you the same people that's read about in Maccabees, the first chapter, from the 40, right around that 40-something verse on down to 50-something.
Yep.
Y'all the same spirits coming back. Go ahead.
That's right.
Go ahead.
It reads, I will also forget thy children.
Done. So he gonna forget you in that day of Jacob's trouble, man. When you cry out to the Lord, he gonna laugh at your calamities.
That's right.
Because you have sold your soul, right? You have sold your soul and worship other gods, man. You have worshiped the god of the Sphinx, the god of Thorpe, Minerva. You worship the goddess of Ratesh, the falcon, the goddess of Mot, and the noose dog. You worship all these ancient Egypt deities, man. Which the Lord told you in Exodus 2, don't put no other God before me. You know, with that, y'all got anything else?
Nope.
Nah.
Hey, with that, hey, all praises, honor, and glory be to the Heavenly Father and Son,
Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Makar-Kodash.
Double honor to the apostles, the elders, Master Ruel. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, man. Death to America, man.
That's
Death
right.
to you 2/3, man.
That's right.
Who have just put Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi on a back burner, man.
Right.
And treat him like he ain't nobody. The power that controls the universe. So death to you, fraternities, sororities, and you stars and
yeah.
Masons, man.
Right.
And you, everybody, man. You skull and bones, death to you.
Right.
With that, shalom.
Shalom. A Baba Ball.
A ball.
Baba.